Hello, this is Vince here from Shoutcast bringing you the second game of Bobster versus Dramen. Dramen is a Terran player, and Bobster is a random player that spawned as Protoss this game, which makes me very happy because I love Protoss versus Terran. It's got to be my favorite matchup. I love how the units mix. I love Ghost versus High Templar, Colossus versus Vikings, Battle Cruisers versus Void Rays. Alright, maybe I should stop talking. Anyways, Bobster is currently up 1-0 of a best-of-3 match, which means if Bobster wins this game, he takes home the third-place prize, which is just fame and no fortune. So, unfortunately for him, there was no prize pool to my tournament, but I think he enjoyed playing in it and gave him some good experience. I think if you watch my videos and want to participate in my next tournament, just keep an eye out at shoutcaststrategy.com. I will probably be doing another one in the next weekend or two. For now, I will be trying to cast one of these games a day to do the best-of-3 series, and then to do the third-place series, and also to do the final match. Anyways, this is kind of risky by Dramen, not walling off. If Bobster had spawned as Zerg, I think this would have been a huge mistake and would have cost him the game. However, maybe he just had clairvoyance and saw Bobster spawning as Protoss in the future. Now this probe also doing pretty good, but doesn't catch a glimpse of that SCV nowhere close to it, and it'll unfortunately be the last place Bobster checks. And it looks like I was completely wrong about the not wall off. He just was smart in not using a supply depot for his wall off. I don't know why I thought that meant he wasn't walling off. Supply depots are actually a very weak wall, and he will probably wall off with a barracks and a factory if he had been Zerg, or 2 barracks or something along those lines. Surprised to see Bobster walling off in a Terran versus Protoss match. I don't particularly agree with that choice because it doesn't prevent Terran. I know I've talked about in my other videos how Terran have no melee units, so you don't really you can bottleneck their forces, but their forces can also just stand right here and destroy your unit producing structures. Anyways, this poor SCV is also scouting Bobster at the very last, and this probe has now made it inside the base, and it looks like it might be nope, it's not hiding, just scouting around, and I think it's going to leave and escape with its life. Now that Marine should have been running up here, and oh, it looks like we have a fast expand from Dramen. I don't think that Bobster saw that. No, he didn't. This could pay off very huge for Dramen if he gets away with it. I do like the fast expand build as Terran versus Protoss. I was removed from my party, and I'm not sure how that happened. I will ignore that and just keep going, and I'm actually going to turn myself to busy. Look at that. Anyway, Bobster has his 1 gas up in Cyber Core. Here we can see Dramen not opting for the orbital command yet, instead opting for more barracks. This is so he can get a lot of Marines out and defend against any early aggression that Bobster would be doing. However, since Bobster has no idea that early command center is coming, I don't think he will be doing any super early aggression, just playing a very standard game for Protoss with a Cyber Core and 2 gateways. I was surprised to see that. I am surprised to see this wall off. I just don't particularly agree with this. Getting some stalkers out so that he'd be able to defend against any early pressure, and I do like how Dramen positioned his SCV at this Naga watchtower, giving him very good vision of the entire area. And this way, there's no way for Bobster to come out of his main without Dramen seeing it. I guess a pylon here and warping down there could do that, but and it looks like we're getting a very standard 2-gate Robo-Bay from Bobster this game. And Dramen is going for 2 tech labs and a reactor. So this is actually a very standard game. 3 barracks with 2 tech labs and a reactor. The only difference being this command center right here. This is giving Dramen a very early expansion, and these 2 bunkers will help secure this very, very tightly. And I still don't think that Bobster has any idea what's going on. Nope, no scouts. I imagine once he gets that observer over there, he will be very, very surprised to see that expansion up and running, and will know that he is behind in the economic game and will need to push to make something happen. I think this is kind of emphasizing, especially as Protoss, you really need to scout Terran a lot, and it's just so hard to because they get that Marine out so fast and can kill your probe. Not even a second gas for Dramen yet. He did send some of his SCVs down here to try to get the most optimum split he can on his SCVs, getting the most effective mining. And speaking of that, we can see the income is about equal right now, but you can see that Dramen's way behind on the probe SCV count, but his income's about the same, and part of that's the mule, and the other part is the fact that he has such great efficiency. None of these SCVs hold up at all because they all have their own mineral patch, and the 2 orbital commands striking down the mules will definitely help a lot. And here comes this first observer, so this observer will see that expansion, and he'll know that he needs to push out soon or do something to change the flow of this game, otherwise he will be in deep trouble. Anyways, looks like he does see the 2 barracks, so he's expecting a rush of some type. And that second refinery going up, everything looks fairly standard, but the lack of probes here kind of gives away that there's probably something else going on. Bobster seeing the 3 barracks, everything looking very, very standard. Not seeing an army, so that should also clue him he should go look for the army and see where it's at and go down there. Come on, Bobster, you know you want to. Right now, Bobster, however, is way too high on the food count. Really obsessed with building pylons all the way around, which is almost as much of a weakness as a benefit against Terran, because if Banshees will be able to pick these pylons off very quickly. And he built the Stargate, but it does not appear that anything's coming out from the Stargate, and has in fact changed into a Robo-Bay. I'm very surprised to see that. That is a lot of tech to go on one base, especially since I don't think any... oh, there's a Phoenix. Going to use that Phoenix for scouting, be able to lift off some of Dramen's units. That can be helpful. However, he really needs to move this observer and see the expansion or something. Oh no, it's moving away. No, go back the other way, observer. Go check the expansion. You know you want to. Oh, going to completely miss that. That's really, really unfortunate that he has no idea this expansion's up. Ooh, I think the observer realized that maybe he should check this expansion, and he's going to be very, very surprised when he sees 3 bunkers, followed by this orbital command and all of those SCVs. Factory now going up for Dramen, so he's either going to get some starport out for medevacs. It looks like he does have a Ghost Academy as well. Unfortunately, no nuke. I would love if he researched nuke. I would love to see a nuke drop. And knowing that he's behind, he immediately drops a Nexus. I really think he should also take this force, since his food should be higher. Yes, just a little bit. I think you should take this force and poke at the front just a little bit. Maybe get a warp prism and do an immortal drop in the back and destroy some of these supply depots. That's also very helpful, but I think he needs to do something for harassment. But right now he's just getting Phoenixes out to harass these SCVs in the back. That can also be very effective. However, this is a very expensive build, and he's just getting this Nexus up now because he doesn't even have the money to build a Colossus yet. Just getting his range upgrade first, which I definitely don't think is a bad idea. And it looks like now Bobster is going to push out and see if he can make something happen, or he's just taking some map control. Observer in the back of the base to check things out from Dramen to see if these Phoenixes will have free reign over destroying SCPs, and they indeed do, so I expect to see those move out very shortly. Maybe even while he's distracting in the back, running in the front. That would be a very good idea while you're killing SCVs back here. That causes the army to pull in the back, and then you can move in the front with your main army and do a lot of damage. Looks like we've got a scouting marine moving out, and here comes the Phoenixes to do some harassment, but the army is nowhere in place, and these Phoenixes are standing, I think, within sight range. Yes, they are, so he needs to be careful. That army can start moving out a lot sooner. In fact, yes, here comes some marines and a ghost and a siege tank to take care of these Phoenixes, and they lift up the mule, and oh, a very nice EMP that prevents any more graviton beams. And now would be the time you'd want to be pushing in the front. However, just leaving his army here, building up a very large force. Cannot believe how many zealots he is going. This is 15 zealots, and there's no Twilight Council for charge. That's really kind of overkill for zealots, because they're just not that effective. They're not going to get the nice surround. They really need that speed upgrade when you start getting into that many amount of zealots, unless you're using them as meat shields. And Dramen scanning right above his army. I guess he thought he saw an observer, but however, that observer's just chilling over here. Is even has vision from this missile turret, so I'm surprised not to see some marines go up there. And I thought I heard, yep, and we see a drop loading up for Dramen. I bet this goes up on this ledge over here. That can be a pain. However, with the Phoenixes still on the map, they should be able to take care of that no problem. It should give him nice vision, and he also has a Colossus, which also could take care of that problem. So on this map, I really like to have a second observer whose sole job in life is to sit up here, so you always have vision of this. Otherwise, you have things like this sneaky medevac going all the way around here, and that can cause some problems. It will be interesting to see how much damage he can do with this one dropship. I'm going to guess it will be very, very nice. And the front of Dramen's base is very secure. I love the placement of this tank because it's not too close to the ledge and won't get hit really, really hard. Getting up, I would say, too many missile charts. I think this is excessive, especially since you haven't seen any void rays, and you're not even backed by your SCV line. I guess trying to prevent scouting inside your base, but I don't know what you're trying to hide at this point. He's seen everything there is to see. Getting Vikings out for that Colossi he has indeed seen. Here comes a push from Bobster. There's that missile turret just getting wiped out. Needs to control these a little bit better. His army's not moving in together. These bunkers and this siege tank are absolutely going to wreck everything up here. And over here, the drop did happen. These Phoenixes are going to come over here and try to clean this up. They did lift off that SCV and kill that. Back here, and you can see that there is absolutely no hope for Bobster's army. There's way too many units here. He's also distracted by this drop going on in the back of his base. His Phoenix is getting absolutely destroyed by these couple Marines. Really needed to keep his forces in the back, and no, he's going to lose these Colossi too. He should have run these Colossus away and not lost this for no reason. There's no way that's making it out there alive. Huge damage to Bobster's force. Should have kept back, taken care of this, not pushed forward at the same time. Lost both engagements over here. He doesn't have any gas here anymore. This siege tank could move closer and do some more damage if it had, or if it just had a scan down here, it'd be able to start doing some more damage. Bobster needs to take care of this. I don't know why he doesn't. That Colossi would have no problem taking care of all these units, especially with the Phoenix. Get the Colossi over here. He has an observer coming over here just to check what's going on, and I don't think Bobster's in a very good position. The SCV's moving over here and just throwing down a bunch of expansions. He's way too high on the money. A very good plan. However, he should move out with his army and destroyed these rocks. He just wiped out Bobster's entire army, so he should be able to expand with complete impunity. However, coming out with some Vikings, these Vikings can see that Colossi, and here the Phoenixes come up, and instead of sending some units to sit here and shoot at this, he's got two Phoenixes trying to kill a siege tank. That will take forever. You can see it's only doing 8 damage per shot, so apparently got a couple shots off on the Colossus, but not enough to make a difference. Still no charge on the Zealots. That's huge. This is a very mean looking force. Should salvage that bunker, and he is. And this is now moving out. Should throw down a scan real quick and just take that out. I would have liked to see a Raven come out of the starport instead of this reactor. A couple Marines could be moving out, and this time it looks like he is destroying the gold rocks so that he can take that. And a very tiny looking force. This is an effective force as he has 2 Phoenixes, some Stalkers, Zealots. These Zealots would be so much more effective with charge. And he also is destroying his rocks so he can take his gold expansion. The only different Dramen throwing up 3 expansions at once.